Good morning my dear students. A warm welcome to Gurdeva Online Classes. Yes, my dear students, how are you all? Yes, you're all fine. Well, so what we have discussed in the last class? Yes, it's about the multiplication of a 3-digit number by 1-digit number, right? So now, by using that concept, you have to solve these two problems one by one, right? The first problem is 421 into 2. So in this problem, 421 is the multiplicand and 2 is the multiplier, right? So now you tell me what is our next step? Yes, you multiply the ones with the multiplier, right? So here 2 into 1, right? So 2 into 1, it is 2. So write down this 2 in the columns of ones, right? So now come to the tens column. 2 into 2. Yes, in the table of 2, 2 2's are equals to what? Yes, 2 2's are equals to 4, right? So I am writing this 4 in the tens column. Okay. So come to the last column, that is hundreds. 2 into 4. In the table of 4, 2 4's are equals to what? Yes, 2 4's are equals to 8. Write down here 8. So which is our product? 842 is our product, right? So this belongs to without carrying problems, right? So come to the second group, that is with carrying problems. So in this, the first problem is 170 into 3, right? So here which is the multiplicand? Yes, 117 is the multiplicand, right? So which is the multiplier? This 3 is the multiplier, right? So what is your next step? Multiply the ones with the multiplier, right? So here 3 into 7. Yes, in the table of 3, 3 sevens are equals to what? Yes, 3 sevens are equals to 21, right? So this 21, it is a 2-digit number, right? But in this 21, this 1, it is in the place of ones and 2, it is in the place of tens, right? So now I am writing this 1 in the ones column, right? And next carry over this 2 tens to the tens column. So I am writing this 2 in a separate box, right? So now we finish ones. Next I am moving to the tens column, right? So 3 into 1. Yes, already you know 3 into 1, it is 3, right? So this 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2. This is a carry, right? So 3 plus 2, it is 5. So this 5 I am writing in the tens column. Okay. Now come to the hundreds column. So multiply the hundreds with the multiplier. 3 into 1, it is also equals to 3. So I am writing this 3 in the hundreds column. So which is our product? 351 is our product, right? Yes, my dear students. So this is about previous class, right? So now come to our today's new concept and also an interesting concept. Yes, it's about word problems. So this word problems is also called as a story problems, right? So because already you learnt in the first semester on addition and also subtraction, right? So now come to the multiplication. So today's new concept is about word problems on multiplication. So my dear one, so first what is word problem? Yes, once you remember, already in the first semester I told what is word problem. Yes, try to remember this. So word problem is stated in words rather than symbols and numbers. So these are not a word problems, right? So these word problems, they are given in a sentence wise. These word problems we are solving step by step by writing the correct statement, right? The next, now I will move to the first word problems on multiplication. Students, now come to our first word problems. I am reading, all of you listen here. See here, a flower has 5 petals. problem. Right? Look here. A flower has 5 petals. See here. Here is a beautiful flower. Right? So let's count the number of petals. See here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number of petals are 5. Right? Look here. How many petals will 6 such flowers have? So my dear students, look here. So for only one flower, the number of petals are 5. Right? So now you have to calculate for 6 such a flower. Right? So you have to calculate the total number of petals in a 6 flowers. Right? Here I am solving this problem using multiplication fact. Right? So what is our first statement? Yes, the first statement is number of petals in a flowers. How many are there? 5. Right? So students, our first statement is number of petals in a flowers. How many? It is 5. So this 5, it is a single digit number. So I am writing in the ones place. Right? So which is our next statement? Yes. So here you have to find out for 6 flowers. Right? So number of flowers. How many are they gave? Here they gave 6 flowers. So the number of flowers are 6. So students, how many flowers are there here? The total flowers are 6. So 6, it is also a single digit number. So I am writing in the ones column. Right? So which operation will you use here? Here you have to use the multiplication operation. Right? So here you have to place the symbol of multiplication, that is into here. Okay? So solve this problem. So 6 into 5. Yes, in the table of 6, 6 5s are equals to how much? 6 5s are equals to 30. Right? What is this 30? It is a total number of petals in 6 flowers. Right? Students, so this 30 is the total number of petals in 6 flowers. So now come to the last step of this problem. Therefore, so this symbol, it is a therefore the 6 flowers will have a 30 petals. So this is a very important statement. So while you are writing test or notes, don't forget to write this statement. Right? Some students writing up to here, they forget to write this statement. Okay? So don't forget to write this conclusion statement. Right? Students, now I will give a homework to you. So it is like this. A flower has 5 petals. How many petals will 9 such flowers have? Okay? You have to solve like this in your home. Right? Students, now come to our second word problem. I am reading this problem. All of you listen here. There are 42 desks in a classroom. How many desks are there in 7 classroom? See here, my dear students, here is a one classroom. Right? So in this classroom, there are 42 desks. How many desks are there in one classroom? It is 42. Right? So next, how many desks are there in 7 classroom? So look here, in a one classroom, the total number of desks are 42. Right? So for 7 classroom, how many desks are there? We don't know. Right? So here you have to use multiplication fact to solve this problem. So here you have to multiply a 7 with the 42. Then you are getting the total number of desks in a 7 classroom. So students, which is our first statement? So look here, number of desks in a classroom. How many desks are there in one classroom? That is 42. Right? So write down this 42 in the columns of ones and tens. See here, I am writing 42 because 2 is in ones place and 4 is in tens place. Right? So what is our next statement? number of rooms. So here the total number of classrooms are 7. So write down this 7 here because it is a single digit number. So I am writing in the ones column. The next, here we are using the multiplication symbol, right? So place this multiplication in front of the multiplier. So right? So here you have to calculate the total number of desks, right? So what is our next step? 7 into 2. You multiply the ones with the multiplier. 7 into 2. 7 twos are 14, right? So this 14, it is a 2-digit number, but this 4, it is in the place of ones and 1, it is in the place of tens, right? So write down this 4 in the ones column and carry over this 1 to the tens column, right? So we finished ones, now come to the tens column. 7 into 4. 7 fours are equals to what? Yes, in the table of 7, 7 fours are equals to 28. 28 plus this 1. 28 plus 1, it is 29. So write down this 29 here. So which is our product? 294 is our product. So this is the total number of desks in 7 classroom, right? So students, therefore there are 294 desks in 7 classroom, right? So this is our answer. Okay, so now I will change the numbers. You have to solve the same example in your home. Students, there are 50 desks in a classroom. How many desks are there in 9 classroom? So here you have to follow the same steps, right? So you have to solve this problem in your home. Okay, so my dear students, so now come to our textbook activity. So this activity, it is in the page number 82 in your textbook. So this is an exercise number 1.11. So I am reading the headline. All of you listen here. Solve the following in your notebook. So students, so this is an exercise number 1.11, right? So in that I am reading the first problem. Listen here. How many days are there in 5 weeks? So here they tell to find out the number of days in a week, right? So already you know in a 1 week we have 7 days, right? So my dear students, in a 1 week the total number of days are 7, right? In a week the number of days are 7. So in this problem they tell to find out the number of days in a 5 weeks. So here in a 5 weeks the total number of days we don't know, right? So by using the multiplication fact you have to solve this problem very easily, right? So students, our first statement is the number of days in 1 week. So already you know in a 1 week we have 7 days. So I am writing this 7 in the columns of ones because it is a single digit number, right? So which is our second statement? See here, number of weeks. Yes, in this problem they tell to find out the number of days in 5 weeks, right? So write down this 5 in the ones column and place the symbol of multiplication in front of the multiplier, right? So next in this problem you have to find out the total number of days in 5 weeks. See here. So 5 into 7. So in the table of 5, 5 sevens are equals to what? Yes, 5 sevens are equals to 35, right? So write down this 35 here. This is the total number of days in 5 weeks, right? So after this, write down the conclusion statement. What is that? So look here. This is the conclusion statement. That is, the 5 weeks have total 35 days. Right? So my dear students, so now I will change the number. You have to solve the same problem in your home. Right? So students, see here, how many days are there in 8 weeks? So now itself we find out for 5 weeks. So next you have to find out for 5 weeks. The total number of days in 8 weeks. Right? So same steps here you have to follow it. Then you are getting the answer very easily. So now I will move to the second word problem. So my dear students, now come to the second word problems. I am reading, all of you listen here. There are 25 pastries in a box. How many pastries are there in 2 boxes? So first of all, what is pastries? Yes, already you know it is an ice cake, right? So in one box, the total number of pastries are 25, right? So here you have to find out for 2 boxes. It is very easy. See here, in a one box, the total number of pastries are 25, means ice cakes, right? So you have to find out for 2 boxes. It is very easy. See here, 25 plus 25. 25 plus 25, it is 50. So this is our answer. But it is a repeated addition form, right? So here you have to find out the answer in a multiplication fact. How can you solve this? Yes, you have to solve this problem step by step, right? So which is our first statement? So students, the first statement is number of pastries in one box. How many are there? See here, the number of pastries in one box, it is 25. So I am writing the 25 in the columns of tens and ones. Right? So next statement is number of boxes. So in this problem, they tell to find out the number of pastries in 2 boxes. Right? So the number of boxes are here 2. Write down here 2. So because it is a single digit number, I am writing in the ones column. The next, here you have to find out the total number of pastries in 2 boxes. Right? So place the symbol of multiplication here. So what is our next step? Multiply the ones with the multiplier. So 2 into 5. Yes, in the table of 2, 2 5s are equals to what? Yes, 2 5s are equals to 10. Right? But this 10, it is a 2-digit number. But in the number of 10, this 0 in the ones place and 1 in the tens place. Right? So I am writing this 0 in the ones column. Right? The next, I am carried over this 1 tens to the tens column. Right? Now come to the tens column. 2 into 2. Yes, already you know, in the table of 2, 2 2's are equals to 4. Right? So 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So which is our answer? 50 is our answer. Right? So this 50 is the total number of pastries in 2 boxes. Right? So my dear students, now write down the conclusion statement. So here 2 boxes have 50 pastries. Right? So my dear students, so this is a second word problems. Right? So now here I solved 2 problems in the exercise number 1.11. Right? So another 2 problems you have to solve in your home. Right? So this is your homework. Along with that, you have to learn the tables from 2 to 10. Right? So my dear students, I hope you all enjoyed this class by learning the word problems on multiplication. Right? So in the next class, I will meet with a new chapter. Okay students, bye. Have a joyful day.